SVC Media.
Welcome to the iGaming Daily Podcast, analysing the news from the betting and gaming industry all over the globe, supported by Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market.
iGaming has turned into a most competitive market over the years. A crowded industry with many players involved demands operators to be on top of every detail, having top-notch solutions to ensure the ultimate player experience, or else a good reputation can easily go down the drain. Welcome to iGaming Daily. I'm your host for today, Fernando Noodt, media manager for SBC. And today I have the pleasure to welcome Oliver Lietz, CEO of nanocosmos, a provider of live streaming services for interactive video within the iGaming industry. Oliver, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me.
No, thank you very much for joining us on iGaming Daily, brought to you by Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market, and proud to be at SBC Summit Lisbon this September. And today we will be covering solutions for the iGaming market, more specifically live streaming solutions. It's a very specific niche, may I say, which nanocosmos covers with their services. So why don't you first quickly introduce our listeners, Oliver, to what nanocosmos is and what you do.
Thank you. I'm Oliver Lietz, co-founder and CEO of nanocosmos. We are based out of Berlin in Germany, founded in 1998, and we have been working in the video and broadcast industry since then. We are creating video technology, video software, and put everything together in a live video streaming platform, which is available at a global scale for real-time streaming for the iGaming industry, self-service platform with full support. And we're doing that with a team of around 45, 50 people, headquarters in Berlin, global operations all around the globe, 24/7, 365.
Amazing. And what are the use cases within the iGaming industry that need such a streaming solution as the one nanocosmos provides?
There are several very interesting use cases in iGaming. The major use case, obviously, for live streaming is live casino, which means that you have a live dealer situation, someone sitting on a dealer table and playing a game with a live audience, which can be of any size anywhere in the world. You also have other situations like sports betting, where you have either live material, live content, which is produced live, and you reuse this for betting, or you have pre-produced content, which you can create together and assemble together for live betting. You have things like slot machine betting, bingo games, any other game shows with a moderator playing a game and everything happening in real time based on a live studio situation. Separate to that, it's not only iGaming only we're working in, but there are for live streaming and real-time live streaming interactive use cases like live auctions, where real-time is also very important, town hall meetings, interactive situations between a presenter and a live audience all around the globe. So several interesting use cases.
Yeah, when I think of live streaming within iGaming, the first thing that comes to mind, of course, is live casino. I think of a live casino dealer or like that type of feed where you go into a casino lobby and play blackjack and you have a dealer like interacting with the audience. But can you explain how a real-time video streaming platform works for the iGaming industry?
Sure. A real-time video streaming platform is always based on a live signal. So it's usually based on a live camera, which is recording a live studio where a game is happening, where a live dealer is situated. We have customers and partners who are working with many tables and big studios, everything produced live. Or it can be a land-based casino where you also have a camera on top of your table. And this signal is then encoded and sent to the internet, to an upstream platform, which collects the live stream, which connects to the global network. And then when any participant wants to participate in the stream, they open up a web page, see a video player on the platform, similar like other players like YouTube or Twitch, click on the elements to enable the gameplay, and then have the live video along with the gameplay to be able to interact with the live dealer. So that's in very short real-time live streaming platform. For the platform providers, it's important also to get insight into the operation of the live streaming, so to understand where things are happening, where the audience is, get information about the possible quality of service, etc. So there's some background information available, but that's the core idea, to send a live video from a camera to the internet at a global scale.
And of course, I figure that operators come with you with different questions, with different concerns. So what do you think are the main challenges, in terms of live streaming as the iGaming industry grows worldwide?
So the most important challenge is keeping up the highest possible quality of service, the highest possible quality of the live video for your live audience, and to keep a video running all the time. So ideally, you have 100% success rate, no downtimes, no failure situations. Every participant will see a live stream, will see a video, and that shouldn't buffer, that shouldn't build up delay or latency. Everything should happen in real time. And that means that even in bad network situations, which is sometimes challenging when you're on commute or in a remote location, in bad mobile networks, you might need to turn down the quality to keep up a quality signal up and running, at least so as fluent as possible. And even with this reduced quality, you still have participants in the live stream, but you on the same time can keep up the highest possible quality for high resolutions for desktop users with high bandwidth availability, etc. And to automatically adjust this network to the right situation in the right environment and keep up this high quality video system is the most challenging situation for platform provider. And what we learned based on our experience is that live video is really hard to implement. We learned our lesson. We created all the technology ourselves. We have full control. We see when things are happening. In the internet, always you can have downtimes. Things can start getting challenging in terms of network availability, etc. But then it's important to get the right information available and get the right metrics and analytics available to see what's happening and to adjust to the situations which are happening. So that's the key challenges we see in a global scale and even in emerging markets or remote locations where things are more challenging than in others, like in optimal situations.
Well, you mentioned that your service can adapt to lower internet quality connections, and that brings us to an interesting question, which is, of course, it's not the same to operate in Europe or in the US, maybe even. But let's say Europe, which is the most mature market or has the most mature markets in the world, probably. And how is it working there against other countries where there's a different internet penetration, a different tech penetration, which might be lower than the one in Europe? How different it is and how challenging is it?
It's challenging actually everywhere. So you might be surprised that even in Germany, you have bad internet in many situations. So you need to adjust to that. And in emerging markets where you don't know where the internet and how the internet situation is, you need to be able to adapt automatically. So it's a bit similar like you have on a live streaming platform like Netflix or other platforms where you watch a stream and quality gets adjusted according to your network bandwidth. So it's a bit easier for this video on demand systems because it's not live to adjust. And there are several steps of quality changing, happening in the background while you're watching a stream. And for live and real time, it's similar, but you need to adjust much quicker and in a much more efficient way to the bandwidth situation because you don't want to lose the participants and everything needs to be happening in real time. So this quality adjustment, it's called adaptive bitrate, and you have a certain ladder of different quality levels which you automatically need to adjust, and we take care about that. So our partners, or as a user of the live stream, as a producer of the live stream, you will send out a live stream once with the highest possible quality, and the platform then turns down the quality in several layers and several steps that can go down very low to very small pictures, but it's important to provide this low quality bit rates as well for these challenging network situations. So that's the bitrate adaptation which happens on a global scale. That's one challenge. And the other is then, of course, to be able to support scaling up audiences very quickly. So you might start in a small number of viewers, small numbers of participants, like several dozens only, and then it can scale up to several thousand suddenly. Your business grows and the audience grows maybe across also different world regions. You might have participants in not only in Europe, but Southeast Asia, South America, which is growing for us. Brazil is very interesting, and to keep up the highest quality possible for this audience, for these audiences, it's important to have also server locations on all these different regions and then adapt to the right situations which are happening in these parts.
And how do you work with the whenever let's say Brazil, for example, this new market is rising, is probably the most trending market on iGaming over the last few months. Do you approach someone that works locally there to better understand how they work, what their needs are, or do you have already a knowledge of the general needs that they may have, and you work on based on that?
Mm-hmm. It's actually both. So it's important to understand the local markets and to have people speaking the language, understanding the business a bit. That's one point. But on the other hand, also we have a global system which automatically adjusts and which we expand to these regions and connect to the rest of the world. So it's in the end not a specific setup technically, but of course there are different challenges because there are different types of applications. Bingo, for example, is very popular in Brazil, and that requires maybe different kind of setups, different kind of quality approaches, and also to reach certain regions, need to understand what the challenges are around that. So it's both ways. It's on the one hand, the technical challenges, but on the other hand, also to understand the business which is going on and the applications and what requirements need to be fulfilled. And that leads then to a situation where you can start with whatever small packages. You can get a feedback to see if your business works and if you can rely on the platform, on the technical setup, and if your application works, because you also need, starting as a new provider, to understand if you can monetize your content in the right way and try maybe different setups. And this is why you need to rely on a platform which then takes your worries away and somehow allows you to focus on creating successful business environments for your applications, for your gaming applications. And starting from these small volumes, then be able to easily grow and reach larger audiences, which are especially growing in these industries and these markets very quickly. So that's something which we do together with our partners and which we try to understand as well, how they grow and what the approaches is, but to have the reliable platform and partners, very important for them.
Oliver, you sure have given our listeners a lot to think about, so let's give them a few moments to get themselves back together with this very quick ad break, and we'll be right back with more about live streaming and nanocosmos.
SBC Leaders connects the gambling industry's top-tier operators and associations to share the best ideas, collaborate on solving the biggest issues, and push innovation throughout the betting and gaming industry. If you're an operator and want to join the discussion, visit sbcleaders.com for more information.
And we're back with more iGaming Daily with our special guest, Oliver Lietz, CEO of nanocosmos, a provider for live streaming services for interactive video within the iGaming industry. So, Oliver, you were telling us about all around the business of live streaming, but how can a business or a company keep innovative within the live streaming segment? Are there any new trends in streaming that you see will benefit the iGaming segment?
Yeah, so we see a lot of trends in the iGaming industry. On the one hand, it's on the streaming side where we are active on for several years already. We keep innovating. We always have been driving innovations in the streaming industry, starting from the real-time platform we introduced 10 years ago already, and then picking up new technologies. Like recently, there's a new technology which is very suitable for streaming called Media over Quick, which improves very much the connectivity and the network situations, especially in remote regions. So we added that to our platform just recently. And that's what we are keeping, what we are keeping doing is driving the innovations in the streaming technology part. And we also innovations coming from the gaming industry themselves. So they are picking up these new technologies which are available also in terms of AR, VR things, and creating new kinds of games which combine live video with computer-generated things, etc., and are very creative to create new games and new ideas around these things. So it's a combination of technology innovations, but also creating new kinds of applications around the business we are working in.
And of course, we say trends as in going in the future, but let's now go backwards, go in the past. Nanocosmos has been in business for a lot of time, but specifically, you have been in iGaming for 10 years now. How have you worked your way into providing such a low latency experience with media over QUIC?
So we have been working very much in the real-time video space already for a long time. We started in the broadcast industry, and then we always saw the need for real-time video for interactive use cases. So this interactivity based on video was formerly possible based on Flash Player. Some of you might still know that. That has now been deprecated for a while already. And there was nothing which filled that gap. So Apple then invented streaming technology called HLS, which was very convenient and very, very suitable for video streaming on the iPhone, but it was not real time. So there was no solution on that. And we saw the need, we saw the demand for real-time video based on customer demand, market needs, and then decided to create the technology ourselves. And then we saw the need for a live streaming platform, which is self-service, which is a software as a service platform. And then we built things together to provide this platform. So that was all driven by customer demand and by market needs we saw, always with having a strong technology proposition, but also understanding the business behind that and how you can monetize your content. So that's something which we always have been doing and which is part of our success to create successful business based on easy-to-use technology.
And like we said at the beginning of the episode, you are operating in an extremely competitive market, in a very competitive segment. So what sets Nanocosmos apart from other companies in the same business?
Yeah, it's competitive, but we are in a strong position because we have a lot of experience in the video streaming industry. We know and understand the business models. We are working very closely to our customers, so we have a very customer-centric approach, direct communication to our customers, understanding what they need, what they want to do, and then translating that into the right technology solutions, which is not always the same. So if someone asks for a solution in a certain way, we help them modifying that in the right way to make this efficient and make that successful. And we always see that on a comprehensive point of view, from a comprehensive point of view, to understand what elements are required to create an application. So that's where we said it's not only a small technology component, it's not technology only which drives the success, but it's the understanding of the whole application end to end and have full control on that and full insight. So that's why we created these different infrastructure components and brought everything together in a comprehensive, holistic point of view, and even make that available in an easy-to-use way to open up the technology part to people who are not very well understanding the video and broadcast details, which is not required to create a successful business. So we focus on the technology details, and our partners focus on creating their business applications around that to monetize their content in the best possible way and providing that in a reliable, comprehensive way. I think that's something which makes us very unique.
And where should we be looking around Nanocosmos? What are you going to do in the future? What can we expect from the company going forward in the short term?
So in the very short term, we introduced our new platform technology, which we rolled out to initial customers already, but which will be available very shortly to self-service customers all around the world, which even makes real-time streaming even more reliable and even more usable in difficult network situations, which even further reduces the latency and can create new kinds of applications, even a kind of application like we are in, like doing a remote video call. That's things which then will be possible to implement, and continuing driving the innovations based on these new technology, working with our customers to implement new kinds of ideas of applications around that. That's something we will continue to do and also expand on certain regions in the world, which we already started in Southeast Asia, South America. We will now implement more points of presence also in Africa and growing everywhere. And every user of the platform benefits from that to have a very reliable and stable platform with continually driving innovation and coming into innovations into this platform to monetize your live content in the best possible way.
That's Oliver Lietz, CEO of nanocosmos, provider of live streaming services for interactive video within the iGaming industry. Oliver, thank you very much for joining us today on iGaming Daily.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to today's iGaming Daily podcast, supported by Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market. If you want to find out more about some of the subjects raised today, feel free to explore any of the sites in the SBC News Network or check out the latest edition of the SBC Leaders magazine. Happy reading.